Well, here's a pretty good sized Philips LCD TV that is just over a year old and already completely dead. It does absolutely nothing when you try to turn it on. Let me take a look at the back here, get the details. Let's see, this is a... what model is this TV here? It's a 32 PFL 6704D/F7. It was made in November 2009. So I'm going to flip this thing face down and get the back panel off real quick. Hopefully it's something fairly simple. I think it's too new to be capacitors, so maybe just a fuse or something. We'll find out, I guess. Not much to see in here. Circuit board's bigger than I expected though. But the main AC fuse is blown. And probably means there's a short somewhere else down the line. Time to start checking stuff. Well, I found that there's a dead short across the AC input circuit. So I'm gonna have to start pulling components until I find out what's shorted. It could be one of these caps. Could be the bridge rectifier, but the good thing is there's no short on the DC side of the rectifier, so more than likely the TV just got hit by a surge and needs a very minor repair. Gotta start unsoldering things and figure out what's shorted out. Well, wouldn't you know, it would end up being the last thing I check in the AC side, and it was the pair of 1N4007 diodes that supply power to the 5-volt standby circuit, and they were mounted right in here. This chip here might also have a problem. I didn't see any shorts on it, but I think I'm going to order a spare just as a precaution. So hopefully a couple new diodes and this thing will be back up and running. I don't really see anything else wrong with the power supply. Another one of these ones with these crappy SAMWA capacitors though. These seem to be in every flat panel I've ever worked on. It's just, you know, why can't they use Nichicon or United Chemicon or Panasonic or something? I mean, some of them do, but it seems like 95% of them's got these SAMWA caps or some other crappy one that's going to go bad prematurely. This is made by LG actually. It's because LG is part of Philips. But anyway, time to get some 1N4007s installed and see what happens. Okay, the new diodes are here, and I'm going to replace them with FR107G, which is the same specs as a 1N4007 basically, but these are fast recovery diodes. Might actually work a little better and generate a little less heat. I guess I'll find out. And got some new fuses, of course. This little tool here is what's used to bend the leads at an exact width to match the holes on the board for a given size of the component. So I'll be using that to make a nice clean bend in the leads that'll look factory when it's all back together. I don't know, just I'm picky like that sometimes, I guess. But let me put this thing back together real quick and see what happens. Well, it looks like that's all it was. A couple of shorted diodes. Talk about a cheap and easy fix. I'm going to go ahead and put the back on this and hook up the cable line and see how the picture is. A couple other things before I put the cover back on this. I just wanted to get a shot of this cute little dual voice coil subwoofer. It's like a 2-inch subwoofer. Two 12-ohm voice coils. 10 whole watts. I feel privileged. But it's huge compared to the main speakers. Those are like 1 by 2.5 or something. It's just kind of funny. I've never seen a setup like that on a flat panel before. And I got a few people that asked me what kind of ESR meter I use. It's this one right here. I love it. I probably use it almost as much as I use my soldering equipment. By the way, my soldering equipment, I've been asked about that before too. This is Hakko equipment. That's a Hakko 936 soldering station and a 808 desoldering gun. Two of my most valuable pieces of equipment. Couldn't do half the repairs that I do especially without that desoldering gun. Still think it's funny how that protective plastic film is still stuck on the front of the TV from when it was new. Let's see if I can get some channels here. I don't know if this is set up for...
This is a contractor from Rockaway who liked nothing more than to take his kids camping. On one of those trips, his son Sean disappeared in the middle.
Not very doggone bright, I'll tell you what, it needs to be adjusted. Hey, there's me in the reflection. What do you know?
Thank you for our nation and the...
Let's see.
This year, get the most out of your lawn with the fertilizer that gives you the most for your money. Scott's Turf.
Well, it's working.
Bargain brands, which have up to 40% sand.
That's all I was trying to do. Might tweak up the picture a little bit, and tomorrow I'll take it back to the owner. Man, analog TV looks terrible on these things. I mean,
choose from 10 pool packages priced under
look how blocky and compressed looking that is.
regardless of size, for only $2.99. Plus get special financing. Only at
We have all the fun.
NBC 25 invites you to the Genesee Regional Chamber of Commerce Annual Business Expo. Parking is free, admission is free, and open to the public.
Look at this. It's like
April 28th at Bronny Event.
it's like a really low bitrate MPEG. It's terrible. And for some reason, I can't use the digital channels that are on my cable. Apparently, there's no QAM tuner in this TV or something. Because, I mean, this should be an HD channel right here, and that plasma had no problem tuning that. So, not sure what the deal is. Strange. Anyway, TV is working. Gotta get it out of here, move on to the next project.